This woman just got arrested at the airport. She was trying to run away with your broken bar, your destiny, your divine promise, the sacred light that was woven into your soul before you took your first breath. My beloved, stop everything, your rushing thoughts, your endless tasks, the weight of your worry, and let this moment wrap around you like a divine embrace. This is not just a message, it's a celestial call, a whisper from the heavens that's piercing through the chaos of your life. The universe is shifting, the angels are aligning, and the truth that's been hidden in the shadows is now stepping into the light. This is not a coincidence. This is not happenstance. This is the divine pulling back the veil, revealing what's been working against you and setting the stage for a restoration that will leave you in awe. You've been walking a path that's felt heavier than it should, haven't you? There's been a quiet ache in your spirit, a question that lingers in the stillness of your heart. Why have certain doors stayed locked when you've knocked with all your strength? Why have your dreams felt like stars just out of reach, twinkling but untouchable? Why have moments of peace slipped away, leaving you with a sense of unease you couldn't name? You've wondered if it was you or your choices, your timing, your faith. But let me speak this truth into your soul. It was never about your failures. It was never about you falling short. There was a force, a presence, a persona, someone who stood close enough to see your light but dared to cast a shadow over it. This woman, caught at the airport, wasn't just fleeing with a bag. She was carrying something far more sacred, your joy, your purpose, the divine inheritance that was written for you alone. Picture her at the terminal, her steps quick, her breath uneven, believing she could slip through the cracks of fate. She thought she could board that plane, cross continents, and vanish with what was never hers to claim. Maybe it was your confidence she tried to siphon, your opportunities she tried to redirect, or your peace she tried to bury beneath layers of deception. Her words may have been kind, her presence familiar, but her heart carried a blueprint of betrayal. She moved in secret, weaving her plans in the dark, thinking the divine wouldn't see. But the heavens never blink. The angels never turn away. And as she stood at the gate, ready to escape, a spiritual barrier rose. The authorities may have called it routine stop, but in the realm of the divine, it was a holy intervention. The hand of God reached down, and what she tried to steal was held back, preserved for you, untouched by her schemes. You've felt it before, haven't you? That subtle stirring, that inner knowing that something wasn't right. Maybe it was a conversation that left you uneasy, a promise that faded without explanation, or a moment when the air around you felt thick with unspoken truths. You've prayed through the silence, cried out in the quiet of your heart, asking why your blessings seem to pause just before they arrive. The truth is, it wasn't you. It wasn't a lack of effort or faith. Some mania or something that tried to step into the flow of your divine purpose, to take what was meant for you and claim it as their own. But what is sealed by God cannot be stolen by human hands. What is written in the heavens cannot be erased by earthly schemes. This woman's arrest is more than a memento, it's a divine signal, a declaration that the heavens are moving in your favor. She thought she could rewrite your story, take a brush to the canvas of your destiny and paint her own name where yours belongs. Maybe she was someone you trusted, a friend, a colleague, a loved one who stood by your side but worked against you in secret. Maybe she was a symbol of something larger, a cycle, a barrier, a force that tried to keep you small. Whatever her form, her intention was to disrupt the divine rhythm meant for you. She moved with calculation, masking her motives with smiles, but the vibration of her heart betrayed her. The angel saw it. The divine heard it. And when she tried to run, heaven said, "No further. Let's dive deeper." This moment is not just about her being stopped up, it's about you being set free. You've walked through seasons of wondering, moments where you questioned if you were enough. You've carried the weight of delays, the sting of betrayals, the ache of dreams that seem to drift further away with every step. But every tear you've shed has been a seed planted in divine soil. Every prayer you've whispered has been a thread in a tapestry of restoration. The divine has been working behind the scenes, crafting a story of redemption that's about to unfold in ways you can't yet imagine. This arrest is a turning point, a moment where the lies are exposed, the cycles are broken, and the truth rises like a flame in the night. She thought she could carry your blessings across borders, hide them in places where your name would never be spoken. Maybe she whispered your secrets in rooms you'd never enter, took credit for your light, or tried to claim your calling as her own. But what's written in the heavens cannot be erased. What's sealed by God cannot be stolen. The angel set a boundary, a spiritual checkpoint that no deception could pass. As she stood at the airport, her plans unraveled. The divine moved, the heavens spoke, and what she tried to take was held back, ready to be returned to you, and not just as it was, but multiplied, purified, and wrapped in divine favor. You might be asking, why now? Why is this truth breaking through at this moment? Because you're standing at a divine threshold. This is not just another dia, it's a sacred crossroads, a moment where the heavens are parting to reveal what's been hidden. The angels are urging you to listen, to trust the whispers in your spirit, the nudges that have been guiding you all along. You've felt them before, with that quiet unease, that inner voice telling you to pause, to look closer, to protect your heart. That wasn't doubt. That wasn't fear. That was the divine speaking, shielding you from what you couldn't yet see. The protection over your life is unshakable. While you were resting, angels were standing guard. While you were wrestling with questions, the heavens were crafting answers. While you were holding on to hope through the pain, God was designing a moment of restoration that would leave you breathless. There was a time, maybe recently, maybe years ago, when something felt like it slipped away. A vision. A connection. A piece of your spirit. You couldn't pinpoint why, but it felt like something was pulled from your grasp. That wasn't chance. That was interference. Someone tried to redirect what was meant for you, to carry it away in secret. But the divine has eyes in every corner of existence. Nothing escapes the gaze of heaven. This woman, stopped at the airport, was carrying more than she could handle. She was carrying intentions that didn't align with the divine plan. She thought she could outrun the truth, but the truth is a hunter that never tires. The authorities may have called it a security issue, but in the spiritual realm, it was a divine reckoning. The angels moved, the heavens declared, and what she tried to steal is now being returned to you. The house you've envisioned, the peace you've sought, the love you've prayed for, it's all still yours. It's not lost. It's not gone. It's being refined, polished, and prepared for you in a way that no one can touch. Wisdom is your shield now. As the divine begins to restore what's yours, not everyone will celebrate your rise. Some will sense the shift of the light in your steps, the favor in your path, and they'll want to be near it. They might reach out, offering words that sound kind but feel incomplete. Be discerning. Not every gesture is from God. Not every apology is rooted in truth. The angels are guiding you to protect your harvest, to guard your peace, to keep your heart safe from those who once tried to dim your light. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to confront them. The divine is handling it. Your job is to stay aligned, to keep praying, to keep trusting, to keep walking toward your purpose. There's someone praying for you right now. You may not see them, you may not know their name, but their prayers are a fortress around you. Maybe it's a loved one who's passed, an ancestor whose love still shields you, or a stranger whose heart was stirred to lift you up. Their prayers are a covering, a spiritual armor that no betrayal can pierce. You are not alone, even when you feel like you are. The love surrounding you is stronger than any pain you've endured. The wounds you've carried are becoming scars of victory, proof of your strength, evidence of the divine hand over your life. What's coming is greater than what was taken. The divine is not just restoring, it's multiplying. The delays you faced were not denials, they were divine pauses, moments where the heavens were working to protect what's yours. You're entering a season of revelation now. The fog that's been clouding your mind is lifting. The weight that's been pressing on your spirit is fading. You're going to see signs and numbers that repeat, dreams that feel alive, moments that feel too precise to be random. These are not accidents. These are divine markers, guiding you toward your next step. Pay attention. Write them down. Pray over them. The divine is speaking, and you are being led into a season of acceleration. You might hear about this or rest soon, a call, a message, a sudden clarity that makes everything click. You'll understand why certain doors stayed closed, why certain people walked away, why certain dreams felt delayed. It was all protection. It was all preparation. The divine has drawn a line, and what belongs to you cannot cross it. You're going to receive good news, a letter, a call, a confirmation that feels like a gift from above. It will feel like the final piece of a puzzle falling into place. You weren't imagining things. Your spirit was sensing what your eyes couldn't see. Trust that feeling. It's your divine compass, guiding you away from harm and toward your purpose. Be careful with your words in this season. Not everyone needs to know what God is doing in your life. Some will ask questions, not out of love, but out of curiosity, wanting to know how close you are to your breakthrough. Guard your heart. Protect your vision. Share only with those who have proven their loyalty, who have walked with you through the fire and stayed by your side. The divine is surrounding you with people who are meant to be part of your next chapter, people who will honor your journey, not try to hijack it. There's a love waiting for you, a love that's pure, that's honest, that's aligned with the divine plan for your life. It's not like the love that hurt you, the love that betrayed you, the love that left you questioning your worth. This love will see you, honor you, and protect you. It's being prepared by the divine, and it's closer than you think. But don't rush toward it. Let it come to you. The divine is arranging every step, every moment, every connection. Your family is shifting too. There's a cycle being broken, a wound being healed, a door being opened. Someone in your bloodline is being protected, and you're part of that protection. Your prayers, your faith, your resiliency, they're not just for you. They're covering those you love, those who come after you, those who will carry your legacy. This is bigger than you. This is generational. This is eternal. As you move forward, expect the unexpected. Expect favor in places you didn't seek it. Expect doors to open that you didn't knock on. Expect restoration that feels like a miracle. The divine is moving swiftly now, aligning things in your favor, clearing the path for what's next. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to fight for what's yours. It's already been secured by the divine. Your job is to stay ready, to stay open, to stay faithful. This is your season of divine reversal. What was meant to harm you is now working for your good. What was meant to stop you is now pushing you forward. What was meant to break you is now building you up. The divine has spoken, and the final word is yours. Walk in it. Speak in it. Live in it. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are not just protected, you are chosen. And no scheme, no lie, no betrayal can change what the divine has declared over your life. This woman's arrest at the airport was not just an event, it was a prophetic moment. It was the breaking of a cycle, the exposure of a lie, the reclaiming of what's yours. But let's go further. This moment is a divine reset, a recalibration of your path. The woman at the airport wasn't just stopped, she was a symbol of every obstacle that's tried to stand in your way. Her arrest is a declaration that nothing can hold back what God has ordained for you. You're stepping into a season where the divine is rewriting the narrative. The chapters of pain, confusion, and delay are closing, and a new book is opening, a one filled with promise, clarity, and favor. You've been carrying a vision, haven't you? A dream that feels so big it scares you, so sacred it humbles you. You've wondered if it's too much, if you're worthy of it, if it's even possible. But let me tell you, that vision wasn't born in your mind, it was planted by the divine. It's not too big. It's not out of reach. It's yours, and it's being protected even now. The woman who tried to run thought she could take a piece of that vision, but she didn't understand that what's yours is guarded by forces she could never comprehend. The divine has placed a seal over your dreams, and no one can break it. You're going to see evidence of this soon. A conversation that shifts everything. A door that opens unexpectedly. A moment of clarity that feels like a gift from above. These are not random, they're divine confirmations, proof that the heavens are working on your behalf. You might find yourself waking up with the sense of peace you haven't felt in years. You might notice that the heaviness you've carried is lifting, replaced by a lightness that makes you feel alive again. This is the divine at work, clearing the debris of the past, making way for the beauty of your future. Don't be surprised if people from your past start reaching out. Some will come with apologies, others with questions, and some with motives that aren't pure. Be wise. The divine is surrounding you with discernment, helping you see who's meant to walk with you and who's meant to stay behind. You don't owe anyone access to your blessings. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your rise. Let the divine handle the vindication. Let the truth speak for itself. Your job is to keep moving forward, to keep praying, to keep trusting that what's coming is greater than what's been lost. There's a new sound in your spirit now. A song of victory, a rhythm of hope, a melody of restoration. You're going to start noticing it in the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you dream. The divine is breathing new life into you, and it's changing everything. The woman at the airport thought she could silence your song, but she didn't know that your voice is carried by the heavens. Your story is written in the stars, and no one can erase it. This is your moment, my beloved. The divine is moving, the angels are working, and the heavens are open. You're stepping into a season of overflow, where what was taken is returned, what was delayed is released, and what was dimmed is now shining brighter than ever. Walk boldly. Speak wisely. Love freely. And guard your peace like the treasure it is. The divine has declared your victory, and nothing can change that. Your story is unfolding, and it's more glorious than you could ever imagine. But let's go even deeper. This is not just about restoration, it's about elevation. The divine is lifting you to a new level, a place where the old patterns, the old pains, the old betrayals can't touch you. The woman at the airport was a symbol, but she was also a catalyst. Her attempt to take what's yours has triggered a divine response that's bigger than you can see. The heavens are clearing a path, removing obstacles, and aligning opportunities that you didn't even know were possible. You're not just getting back what was taken, you're being positioned for something greater, something that will make the world take notice. You've been through seasons of silence, haven't you? Moments where it felt like God wasn't answering, like your prayers were bouncing off the sky. But those silences were not empty. They were sacred spaces where the divine was working, preparing, protecting. Every moment you felt alone, you were surrounded by angels. Every moment you felt lost, the divine was charting your course. The woman at the airport thought she could disrupt that course, but she didn't know that your path is written in the eternal. Your steps are ordered, your purpose is sealed, and your destiny is secure. You're going to start seeing miracles in the ordinary. A phone call that changes everything. A letter that confirms what you've been praying for. A dream that feels like a message from the divine. These are not random, they're divine appointments, moments where the heavens are speaking directly to you. Pay attention to the small things, of the numbers that keep appearing, the songs that stir your soul, the moments that feel like they were made just for you. These are the fingerprints of the divine, guiding you toward your next chapter. Don't be afraid of the truth that's coming. You might hear things that shock you, details that make your heart race, secrets that were buried deep. But these revelations are not meant to harm you, they're meant to free you. The divine is pulling back the curtain, showing you why certain things happened, why certain people left, why certain dreams were delayed. It was all for your protection. It was all to prepare you for what's next. You're not just surviving, you're being shaped for greatness. There's a new fire in your spirit now. A boldness, a clarity, a strength you didn't know you had. You're going to start walking differently, speaking differently, dreaming differently. The woman at the airport thought she could dim your fire, but she didn't know that your flame is fueled by the divine. It cannot be extinguished. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be stopped. Your light is rising, and it's going to shine brighter than ever before. This is your season, my beloved. The divine is moving, the angels are singing, and the heavens are open. You're stepping into a time of overflow, where what was taken is returned, what was delayed is released, and what was dimmed is now radiant. Walk in your power. Speak in your truth. Live in your purpose. The divine has declared your victory, and nothing can stand in its way. Your story is unfolding, and it's more beautiful, more powerful, more divine than you could ever imagine.